Welcome to Moments of Stillness, a place to slow down and find peace within yourself. Today, let's talk about when you no longer feel joy in the things you once loved. There are days when you wake up and realize everything looks the same. The sunlight still slips through your window, the cup of coffee is still there, and the music you used to love still plays softly in the background. Yet something feels different. The world hasn't changed, but somehow your heart feels distant. The things that once brought you joy now seem muted, like someone quietly turned down the volume of life, and you can no longer hear its melody clearly. You find yourself wondering, what happened? Did I change, or did the world change? The truth is, maybe neither has changed. Perhaps your mind is simply tired. It has carried too much for too long, too many expectations, too many worries, too many silent battles. There was a time when you loved what you did, when your heart lit up with excitement for small things. But now, even as you go through the same motions, the feeling is gone. You still do the things you used to love, but they no longer make your heart move. It's as if you're watching your own life through a fogged glass. Everything is still there, but you've lost the connection to your own emotions. This is something many people experience, especially in a world that moves too fast. We're constantly chasing goals, trying to prove ourselves, comparing our journey with others, and forgetting that joy isn't something we can manufacture. It's something we feel when we are connected to ourselves. When your mind is stretched thin by pressure, self-doubt, and endless busyness, that connection starts to fade. What once brought joy begins to feel like an obligation. What once inspired you now exhausts you. Sometimes we confuse doing well with feeling well. We believe that if we work hard enough, achieve enough, push ourselves enough, happiness will follow. But happiness is not the result of effort. It is the result of presence. When you feel emotionally numb, it doesn't mean you've stopped appreciating life. It simply means you've gone too far without resting. Your mind is whispering, please, stop for a while. I need a break. There are moments when you look fine from the outside. You still smile, still go to work, still talk to friends. But inside, it feels like your light has dimmed. You feel disconnected from everything, from people, from your passions, even from yourself. You don't want to go out. You don't feel excited about the things you once loved, and sometimes you just want to disappear for a while. It's confusing because you don't understand what's wrong. You feel both empty and guilty. You ask yourself, why can't I just be happy? Why can't I feel the same anymore? But please know this, you're not broken, and you're not ungrateful. You're just emotionally drained. In psychology, this is called emotional burnout, when your body keeps going, but your heart has quietly sat down. The candle still burns, but the flame is small and tired. It's not a failure. It's simply a natural part of being human. No one can keep burning forever without learning how to rest and protect their inner fire. What truly exhausts us is not doing too much. It's doing everything without feeling connected to it. When we act out of duty, fear, or comparison, we use energy without receiving any back. Joy is a form of energy exchange. It flows when what we do aligns with who we are. When that alignment breaks, we lose the current, and that's when life feels dull and heavy. So if you find yourself in that place, don't force yourself to feel happy again. The harder you try to force joy, the more disconnected you'll feel, because joy can't be summoned. It can only return naturally when you allow space for it. Give yourself permission to stop, to rest, to not be productive for a while. You don't have to take a long vacation or change your whole life. Sometimes all you need is a quiet morning without checking your phone, an evening walk without a destination, or a night spent simply listening to the sound of rain. Small, quiet pauses like these are how your mind breathes. If one day you wake up and realize you no longer feel joy, don't panic. Take it as a sign that your soul needs care. Just as your body needs sleep when it's tired, your heart needs stillness when it's weary. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to pretend. You just need to listen. Healing doesn't come from pushing harder. It comes from slowing down enough to hear what your heart has been trying to say. Start small. Spend time in silence. Put down your phone, log out of social media, and look at the world with your real eyes instead of through a screen. Write down your feelings, even if they don't make sense. I feel sad today. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to rest. You're not writing for anyone else. You're writing to reconnect with yourself, to open a conversation with the part of you that's been quiet for too long. You can also begin by doing something small without any purpose or expectation. Cook a simple meal, take a short walk, water your plants, or listen to a song you used to love. Do it not because you should, but because it helps you feel. Small moments of connection like these are how joy begins to return. Softly, gently, without fanfare. Joy never truly disappears. It just falls asleep inside you for a while. Like a child hiding under the blankets, it waits for you to say, "It's okay now. You're safe." When you treat yourself with gentleness, when you stop demanding constant happiness, and when you allow yourself to feel even your sadness without judgment, that's when joy quietly comes back. You may think you've lost your passion, but sometimes you've simply outgrown the form it once took. The things that used to make you happy may no longer do so, not because something's wrong, but because you've changed. You've grown. You see the world differently now. And that's perfectly fine. People evolve, and so does joy. It doesn't mean you've lost it. It just means it's shifting, finding a new shape to fit who you are today. If you feel empty, remember, emptiness is not a void. It's a pause. It's a sacred space between what was and what's coming next. It's your soul's way of saying, "I'm ready to rest before I begin again." Like the ocean that must grow still to reflect the sky, your heart also needs stillness to see itself clearly again. You don't need to rush to fill the silence. You don't need to force motivation. Sit with yourself. Breathe. Be patient. Peace doesn't come from controlling everything. It comes from accepting what is. One day you'll notice that joy has quietly returned. A familiar song will make you smile again. The morning air will feel a little lighter. The warmth of sunlight on your skin will feel like a gentle reminder. You're still here, and life is still beautiful. Joy doesn't return as a sudden burst of fireworks. It returns like a soft sunrise, slowly but surely, painting light back into your world. Remember, you don't have to feel full of energy all the time. No one can be happy every day. There are seasons when your heart needs to rest, and those quiet seasons are not wasted. They're where growth happens, invisibly, patiently. Losing joy doesn't mean the end of anything. It's simply life inviting you to pause, to breathe, to listen, and to begin again. This time, more gently. And when joy returns, you'll realize it was never really gone. It was within you all along, waiting for you to come home to yourself. Because joy is not in what you do, but in how deeply you are when you do it. It's in the way you sip your tea and actually taste it. It's in the way you breathe and feel your chest rise. It's in the way you sit quietly and let the moment be enough. Perhaps the light was never gone. It was just waiting for the right moment to shine again. And maybe sometimes, to find that light, you don't need to run anywhere. You just need to sit quietly in the dark for a while, breathe, and whisper to yourself, "It's okay. I'll feel it again soon." Thank you for spending this quiet moment with Moments of Stillness. If this video helped you feel a little calmer, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a breath of peace today. Until next time, stay gentle, stay mindful, and find calm in every moment.